Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I know this might not be how you expected the semester to go, but here we are. We've got to do what we've got to do. So I'm pretty excited. I feel like we're going to be able to talk about a lot of great stuff. And the way we'll do that is through the discussion boards that D2L has built in. I've talked a lot about this before, and I do have a new announcement post up explaining everything if you wanted to see it in text form, about how we're going to do all this. But I also wanted to, just talk about it, let you guys see my face, reminder that your professor is still here and all that. Well, here, not on the Front Range campus, but here in the world, in existence, and hopefully we can all find some form of being in the world and existence together. So I wanted to talk about the plan real quick. The plan is basically you do two things. You watch the video lectures, some of which I'm still working on, but should be up every Tuesday and Thursday, and then two, you to respond to the discussion questions in the discussion boards. So the way it's set up is so watching video lectures and of course readings from the book and all that jazz will help you be ready for the discussion questions, so that you'll be able to do well on those. That said, the discussion questions are pretty open-ended, so you'll be able to kind of say what you want, maybe get in a little bit of debate if it stays, positive, but the main thing is just to participate in some way. So if you want to get credit for participating and for being in the class, for attendance basically, all you got to do is have some kind of response to the discussion questions. One that shows that you know the material, the sort of stuff I'm talking about in the video lectures and the sort of stuff we're talking about in the book, and you show that off by doing the discussion questions. There was something I was going to say. I guess it's mostly just when can you expect to find these discussion questions? Okay, so my plan is to kind of start the class at 4 o'clock every day, just like we did before. But I will have the video lectures and discussion questions up the previous night. Sometime it's going to be vague, it's going to depend, but by the time you wake up in the morning on Tuesday and Thursday, you should see the discussion questions and video lectures. The video lectures are all under content. There should be a specific grouping under content for this particular day, so we'll go day by day. It'll say, the 31st. And if you guys are watching this video, you found that already. But just to review, that's where to find it, content. And then for discussion, we go to, I believe it's the activities tab. It's similar to where we had the quizzes. Yes. It's activities and then discussions. So again, there will be something set up for this particular day. And that will go up every day, every Tuesday and Thursday, as soon as I can get it to being first thing in the morning. But then you will have from then about a day to respond to those questions. I will officially come in and start looking at the discussion boards at 4 o'clock, and then you will have until 4 o'clock the next day to answer those discussion questions. So I'll be online, I'll be sort of participating, responding to some things that you guys have said from the period of 4 to 5, so it'll kind of sort of be like we're in class. But then you guys will have until 4 o'clock the next day to respond to those questions if you need more time. If it's for Tuesday, then you'll have until 4 o'clock Wednesday to respond to those discussion questions. If it's Thursday, then you'll have till 4 o'clock Friday. That's basically how it's going to work. And those are the main things. We will still be doing the quizzes. I'll try and give you guys reminders about those, but everything about when things are due should be in the new syllabus, which you can also find under content, under syllabus. So it should be right there. But if you have any questions, feel free to just email me and let me know. But yeah, those are the two things. We got the videos, we got the discussion questions. That's kind of how we're going to do it. We might try and find some ways to do, one-on-one with a professor. There are programs we can use for that, like Zoom and WebEx, so we might look into some of that. But I think the main thing is I don't want to put that burden on anybody of having to do that. I know a lot of you guys might not have that much flexibility in your schedules right now. You might be working, you might have demands on your life with family and whatnot. So I think the most important thing right now is flexibility. So that's why it's this whole sort of 24-hour period. And if you ever need to miss that 24-hour period, then just let me know. It's totally fine. Just give me some notification that you're having trouble, you don't think you'll be able to respond to the discussion questions in time, and that'll let me know that you're paying attention, you care, that you followed up. That's what I want to emphasize. So yeah, discussion questions, again, the only thing I'm requiring of you is to have some kind of answer to each discussion question. So there'll be a few different discussion questions per day. Make some kind of post on that, responding to the question. That's what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be right, doesn't have to be perfect, but if anyone has any really great insights, I might make that an opportunity for bonus credit. But just to do well in the class, the main thing is just to be participating in some degree, and to be present in the class in some way. So that's my thinking. If you have questions or need any workarounds with any of that, just let me know. I wanted to say, I know this is a hard and weird and honestly kind of stupid time right now. It's a stupid thing to have to deal with, but here we are. We have to deal with it. But hopefully the sort of time flexibility can help you guys out. And one thing I would just say is, if you're ever in a situation where you feel like you're kind of opening up another tab when you're online, and getting caught up in something else while you're trying to watch the video, I would recommend just try and stay focused. Try and close that tab down. Not so much because it makes me mad or anything like that. It's not the way I think. It's more just are you sure you're going to get all the information out of that video? Like I have found that, sometimes I'll be trying to watch a YouTube video or a movie and I'm thinking, I'll just look at something else while I'm doing this. And then I completely miss something that has been said in the last minute of the movie. I don't know if that has ever happened to you guys, but that happens to me a lot. So I know it's really, really hard not to just be moving around on the internet. But anything you can do to get more focused is going to help you understand the material from the class. We're kind of at an inherent disadvantage there because the internet is so exciting and so distracting. But if you need to install, if you think it would be good for yourself to install some sort of a blocker program or something like that, there's a lot of those out there for phones and for computers as well. So yeah, just something to think about. I think that would help a lot if you can try and find that space. And I realize that you may not always be able to have a focus space. Like if some of you guys are with your family right now, might not be opportunities to get 100% focused. You might have things that you have to take care of. But whatever you can do to just make more of a quiet space where you can take in the discussion and the information, I think that's going to help you out in terms of remembering stuff and so being able to do well on upcoming quizzes and tests and stuff like that. The final will be basically in the form of an online quiz. That's what I'm thinking now. The exact format, I'm still playing around with some stuff. We'll see how things turn out for my other class. And yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we want to mention. I also have all this information in my announcement post if you ever want to go look at it. If you have questions for me, there's one of the discussion boards that I put up for the first day is a discussion question. Is there any questions that you have for me? So if you have questions or about how things are going to work, or just concerns, or you're wondering something about the subject, like Claude Lévi-Strauss, he's a pain in the butt to try and figure out sometimes. Just let me know. And I'm going to be checking my email and my the messages here on D2L. And one of the times I'll be doing that most is during that time period of 4 to 5, basically our class time. So we're going to try and keep this sort of schedule. And if you feel like, there's any way to make yourself a sort of standard schedule, like you get up at the same time, do the same sort of things every day, having that sort of regularity in your life. Maybe you can't respond to the discussion questions from 4 to 5, but you want to do them early, do them like at 10 a.m. or something like that. That would be a good way to go. Or maybe you can do them, you want to do them at 9 p.m., whatever works best for you. Now, am I kind of a hypocrite because I'm really bad at making a schedule for myself? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm hoping kind of doing this will help put some order back into my life as well. You know, keep me consistent too. And you know, psychologists say that's the best way to kind of stay feeling okay, feeling good, is to have a sense of a schedule in times like these. So yeah, I recognize that it's a hard time. So if you ever need anything or just want to reach out, or you need an extension on a quiz or an extension on the discussion questions, just let me know. I'm always happy to help. Don't worry about, how I feel about it. I just want you guys to have help if you need it. Yeah, and I think that's everything. Um, we've got a weird subject to pick up from, because we were going to finish up with Levi Strauss before the break, but now we got to wrap our minds around him once again. So some of my video lectures will be review of that. Go ahead and take a look at them if you haven't already. And that'll let you be sort of ready for the discussion questions. Yeah, and I'm going to try and make him more comprehensible with some examples today. So today will be a fair bit of review. So that's basically what we've got going on for today. And then after Levi Strauss, we'll move on to Carl Jung, who's a little easier and maybe a little bit more fun. But I think Levi Strauss can be fun too in his own weird way. So I will see you guys in the next video, and we will do some Levi Strauss. All right. Take care, everyone.